Friends, have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, you're just not getting anywhere? You put in the hours, the effort, and the energy, but it feels like the world keeps throwing obstacles in your way. You work on your goals day after day, but sometimes it feels like you're running in circles. Maybe you've been working on something big, a career you're passionate about, a personal dream you've been chasing, or even trying to improve yourself. But the results, they seem invisible. You feel like you're putting everything in, but nothing is changing. And after a while, doubt starts to creep in. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe it's time to quit. But here's the truth. It's not about the speed of your progress. It's about the consistency of your effort. Every step, even the smallest one, counts. The key is to keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Because most people give up when they're just inches away from a breakthrough. Think about it. How many times have you been on the verge of quitting because you couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel? How many times have you doubted your own abilities because things weren't moving fast enough? It's human to feel that way. But the people who achieve their dreams aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refused to quit. Now let me share a story with you. One that perfectly captures what it means to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. There was a man named Daniel, a sculptor, who spent years trying to carve his masterpiece. He worked tirelessly day after day, chiseling at a giant block of marble. But no matter what he did, the marble wouldn't take shape the way he wanted. Weeks turned into months, and frustration built up inside him. He started thinking, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'll never create what I dreamed of. Just when he was ready to throw in the towel, an old mentor appeared. Seeing Daniel's frustration, the mentor asked, "Why are you stopping?" Daniel replied, "I've tried everything. Nothing's working. Maybe I'm just not good enough." The mentor smiled and said, "You haven't failed because you haven't stopped. Every strike of the chisel brings you closer to your masterpiece. The problem is not that you're failing. The problem is that you're expecting results too soon. The masterpiece will reveal itself, but only if you keep going." Lesson number 1, every effort adds up. In real life, just like Daniel's experience, every effort you put in counts, even if you don't see immediate results. Whether it's working on a skill, building a career, or pursuing a passion, every single step adds up. The problem is, we often don't give ourselves enough credit for the work we're doing because we expect the results to show up right away. But the real success comes from pushing through, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Lesson number 2, failure isn't the end, it's a teacher. Let's be honest, nobody enjoys failing. It's discouraging and it hurts. But every time you fail, you're not starting over from scratch. You're starting over with experience. Every time you stumble, you're learning where to place your next step. The real failure isn't in the mistakes you make, it's in giving up after those mistakes. If you can keep trying, if you can keep pushing forward, you're already on the path to success. Lesson number 3, focus on the process, not the outcome. One of the hardest lessons in life is learning to focus on the process, instead of obsessing over the outcome. We all want to see results, but it's the daily grind, the consistent effort that leads to those results. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that the outcome will follow. When Daniel stopped worrying about how far he had to go and focused on chiseling one strike at a time, the statue began to emerge. It wasn't immediate, but it happened because he stayed in the process. Lesson number 4, persistence transforms you. Daniel eventually finished his masterpiece, but what's more important is what happened to him along the way. Through the struggle, through the frustration, and through the moments of doubt, he became stronger. Persistence didn't just shape the marble, it shaped him, and that's the key. Every time you keep going despite the setbacks, you're not just getting closer to your goal, you're becoming the person who can achieve it. So, what about you? What's the challenge you're facing right now? Is it a goal that seems too far away, a dream that feels too big? Or maybe it's just the daily grind of life that's wearing you down. Whatever it is, remember this. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to keep trying. Every effort you make, even the ones that seem small or insignificant, are building towards something bigger. And while you may not see it today, the masterpiece is already taking shape. The only thing that can stop you is giving up too soon. Don't let frustration rob you of your success. Don't let setbacks make you feel like you're not capable. Keep going, keep pushing, and keep trying, because you're so much closer than you think. Remember, the people who make it in life aren't the ones who never failed. They're the ones who never stop trying.